Hi everyone and welcome to DIY Ideas. So today we're doing a wonderful shawl or triangle scarf, and you can see here the colors that we have. I used trebles to do this, and I'll show you what I used and how I did it. So this is a perfect project for the spring, and let's get started right with it, so stay tuned. Okay, so here we have the Creative So Cool So Soft Cotton Chunky. It's from Rico Design. It's 100 grams and 100 meters. It's for a 7mm hook, and it's 100% cotton. And yeah, this is in a wonderful pinkish shade. And yeah, if you want this exact same color, it's number 16. And yeah. It's really soft, it's really soft to touch. I really like it. So let's get started right away. I'm gonna use my 7mm hook as well for this. You see here this one in the lovely dark green. So let's get started. So I took the beginning thread out of the middle out, and now we can get started. So I'm gonna go around my index and middle finger like this, and I'm gonna make the magic ring. So I'm just pulling the thread out with my hook, and that's all there is to it. Now just make sure everything's in place and we can get started. We're gonna do a couple of chains, a total of 4. Then we're gonna do a yarn over after that, and this is where our trebles are starting. So into the circle, into the ring, we're doing a treble. There we go. After that comes a chain and then another treble. In the second row, I'm not going to do any V structures. Instead, I'm going to do 4 chains again, so that's how we always start. Then I'm going to turn around. And now around this chain that we had in the last row, I'm going to do 3 trebles. Okay, so now we have the little V on the bottom. Here we're going to do 1 chain, and then we're going to go over that section and into the tip. So after the V structure, we again do 3 trebles. So this is all there is to the pattern itself. We're going to keep switching between the rows with the V structures and the rows with the 3 treble structures. Okay, so we have here now the 3 chains and the 3 trebles. Then I have my next spot here at the bottom, so the chains that we started with, and not into the V itself. So we're not going into the V's but between them. So let's do a yarn over, and then we can start with 3 more trebles. Then we're going to do a chain and again a 3 treble structure. That way we're making our shawl grow. We are almost done, so 1 more chain and treble, and then we have the exact same thing as at the beginning with the chains. So let's do a little update so you know where we are at right now. So you see here the first row that we did, this is the one in the middle, so to speak. So this is where we did the 2 V structures, so treble, chain, treble, and then all around here we did the 3 treble structures. So we went in between the V's, as you can see on here, and the tip also gets some additions. And then here at the end you see what we end with. So it's always a treble and a chain, or a chain and a treble. So nice, pretty big, and you can see what we have after just 2 rows. And now we can continue with row number 3. So let's do 4 chains again, turn, and then we can get started again. So we're doing a treble, a chain, and a treble. Another chain, that's going to be the spot for the next row. So this chain is kind of skipping over this section, then we do again a treble, chain, treble, so between these 3 treble structures. A chain, so we have a spot for the next row, and then we can continue with the next section. That's actually our tip. So treble, chain, treble again. And this time the tip also gets 3 trebles, not trebles, 3 chains more. That way our shawl is going to grow, and then we do the mirror of what we just did. So chain, treble, chain, or the other way around, I apologize. So treble, chain, treble. There we go. Then a chain to skip over the structure, and then between these 2, as you can see, we do a treble, chain, treble. My last spot is there, so we go in and we do treble, chain, treble again. And the chain and treble at the end so that we have a nice and straight line or edge. Okay, there we go. 3 rows are done. This is what we have. So you see here the 3 treble structures that go nicely with the V structures. And yeah, this is how we're going to keep working on our shawl. I'm going to do another row with you, and then you know how to keep going for as long as you have yarn or as long as you want. So here we are doing 4 chains as always, and we're going to turn, and then into the first spot we're going to go in and we're going to do 3 trebles. Here is the V, so the chain not between the 2 trebles is where we go in, but between the V's. So you need a complete V structure in between each of the 3 treble structures. So you always see how we have a little bit fuller section and then above it a little bit emptier, so to speak. So that's the same thing that we want to keep, which means we're going after the V structure here, and then let me just fix my stitch, and then we can do the 3 trebles there. There we go. Then a chain, and then we again skip over the V structure, and we into the next spot after it we go in and we again do 3 trebles. Chain, and then into the tip we go in, we do 3 trebles. First side is done, so you see here 4 3 treble structures like the 4th row that we have. So now we're going to mirror, we're going to first do the 3 chains and then the 3 trebles. Then a chain, skip over the V structure, and do 3 more trebles into the next spot. And then we have 2 done already. The third one is incoming. Don't forget the chains in between, and we're at the last one. So 3 trebles, chain, and treble to end. There we go. So this is what we have after 4 rows. So you see here the 3 treble structures are kind of one on top of another in the second and the 4th row, and in between we have the V structures. They're a little bit smaller or narrower at least, but it gives a really nice texture for the whole shawl in the end. So yeah, I'll do a little update and then I'll be back to show you what the whole thing looks like. So we have a pretty nice size here. So you see here, I try to fit all of it onto my desk, but you see it's pretty big. So now I don't have any yarn left over for a whole another row, so we're gonna stop here. And I'm gonna shorten this here, pull it out, tighten a little bit to keep it in place, and then we are pretty much done. So the beginning we need to weave in as well as the end, and that's our shawl for today. I hope you enjoyed today's project. Feel free to let me know what you think. If you'd like to see more projects like this and also other ones, make sure to subscribe. And if you do, don't forget the notification bell so you get notified every time there is a new video. So thanks for watching. See you in our next project. Have a wonderful day. Bye!